Well, hello, boys and girls. Here we go. Hello, boys and girls. It's when we feel like 8 o'clock. I'm Pearlo Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. And we're here after a wonderful weekend doing the Monday weekend review. Hey, Kyle Mercer, welcome to the live. This is Steele from SteelFlyers.com, as we all are, but he is I guess you would call the what would you call it? The verbiage. You're the person whose Steel Flyers was created
The
around.
Dawn,
The Dawn.
the Dawn.
Sure,
There you
that's
go.
the
That
Dawn.
that's what Professor Joe called me.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and he's joining me today. We're going to talk about our picks from the weekend, all the things that happened over the weekend, and then we're going to do some picks for tonight too. There's lots of games. We got lots of stuff
A lot of
a
stuff,
lot
man.
of stuff going on in the games the last little while. The show must
Yeah,
go
man.
on.
So how was your weekend?
It
How
was.
was your weekend?
I had to get out there and instruct Melissa and Hernandez on lubing up the Perlocopters this weekend. So it was a little taxing.
Okay. All right. Good deal.
Yeah,
Good deal.
it's hard telling people what to do.
I'm with you.
But you
It's
know
it's tough
what?
finding good help.
I got it all. It's not a problem though, because today's National Nap Day or something, isn't it? Right?
Yep.
So,
Did you get your nap
oh
in?
well, of course on Nap Day. How do you not have every excuse in the world to have a nap? You got to do it.
I can't do that.
Oh, you can't use it.
I'm not one of those
You
people.
can't nap at all. Like you're not possible to nap. You
If I do take a nap, then I won't be able to sleep during the night.
you should go get that checked out.
I mean, I've asked to get clunked on the head many a night, and unfortunately, I'm not getting any takers on that. So, but
Oh,
yeah, and
CL says yo. Uh,
hey CL, hey NHL Hockey News Report, Kyle Mercer, how y'all doing?
yeah. Welcome to the pile in here because we know you like to be tardy.
Presents.
Being nap day though, maybe I might be able to give you a bit of a reprieve, I suppose. Uh, so you know what's funny, kind of funny. We've did you did over the weekend. You did another trade deadline show. Am I right?
Yeah, we did it for the East.
Yes, I wasn't able to
Yeah, we did a
participate, unfortunately.
yeah. It was we had to do it in the morning because we got a group of people that were trying to represent all of the team. Well, we got mostly represented. Slapshot Sweethearts was able to join us. So if you're not following them, go check her at Slapshot Sweethearts on Twitter. That was Megan and Shannon. They joined Joe and I, and we broke down the Eastern Division on the trade deadlines and who we thought was going to go, and what we thought was going to happen.
Right, you got to check that out. You can find that on
Yeah.
your YouTube station.
Yep. Steel Flyers.
Steel Flyers. Yeah, you got to check that out. I got to check that out. I've been so busy lubing up Perlocopters, I haven't had time
Well,
to.
see what you get there, man.
Yeah, but I'm all napped up, and now I'll be able to go over and check her out
Good deal.
for sure. So we got lots to go. We got to go way back to Friday talking about these games. So we probably will find a whole lot of stuff to talk about as we talk about these games for sure. I imagine. So we should probably get into it because like it's
Probably.
got a lot of stuff to get into. Who do we got on the stream here now? Got some people in here. Good enough. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Friday, and if you can go way back that far, we'll start off with what was a really difficult game I found to decide who was going to win or was going to lose. And let me pull it up. It was the Golden Knights versus the Blues. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, there was some injuries going on there. We didn't know who was going to be in net, and all of that kind of stuff like that. But what ended up happening is Marc-Andre Fleury was in net against Jordan Binnington, and it was just an offense juggernaut game where it was back and forth, till finally the Golden Knights put her away. Golden Knights are not really a team I would be looking to go run and gun with, you know. But
Yeah,
then,
no, I wouldn't want to be doing that either.
and then on the other hand, St. Louis with their injuries that they have on defense, like Peter Angelo, for instance, and stuff like that, they're almost a team that really has no choice right now to run and gun. So it's not a very good combination to think that you must kind of run and gun a bit, but realize that you're not the best team you're playing against to do that.
Right. I mean,
Yeah. Um, Especially when you got Marc Andre Fleury in net, who there was a lot of goals go past him that particular night.
yeah.
Not something that happens very often, but they did manage to pull it through.
That
You
was
had,
that was the night that he came back that he was because he was on the COVID list the day before, right? And
mm,
then it was just a false positive or whatever, and then he was able to come back the next day. For Andre
yeah,
Fleury.
yeah, that's right. He was a false positive, and he was able to come back, and he might have been a little bit like off because of that.
Slightly. I mean,
It's
that could probably
possible.
shake somebody up.
I
You know.
didn't get a chance to watch a lot of the game, but from the goals I did see, it let's put it this way: they were not really necessarily his fault, but we're talking about Flurry here, right? Though a lot of those stops Flurry has this year, so he wasn't. It
Yeah, he
didn't look
does.
like he was his Vesna caliber self.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
No, I'm
So,
with
but
you though. I'm with
the
you.
the Golden Knights did outshoot them 40-23 as well.
That's a pretty significant margin.
Yeah. So the Golden Knights did outplay them, but they ended up winning. They still got the win for Flurry. Probably behind that sort of idea that, okay, we know how many times has Marc Andre bailed us out. He's not
Yeah.
at his best today. So we better play if we're going to lose this, at least lose it full bore, right?
Right? I mean, if
Out
if
of
you're
all the
gonna go
time.
down, you might as well take as many down with you as you can.
Yeah, especially when you're playing for a goaltender that's pretty much, has did everything for you this year.
Yeah.
So Steele, you had a 3-1 Vegas,
Well,
and Jacket had 3-2 Blues. Sasha had 4-2 Vegas.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Avatar had 3-2 Knights. And is Hockey News Reports in the house?
I saw him. I think so.
5-4 Vegas.
Yeah, I saw Hockey News Reports. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
5-4 Vegas.
Oh, snip, snap. There's the first
Yeah,
Pearlo necklace.
that's right. A freshly lubed Perlocopter heading to your abode, my friend, with your pearls of wisdom
Fr-
necklace. Woo!
Freshly lubed.
Freshly lubed. Yeah.
All
Well, it
right.
is. Well, the weekend, anyways.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
CL had 3-1 Knights. Yoshi had 4-0 Knights. And Perlo had 5-3 Blues. So
Oh, there
that
you
was
go.
incorrect. Now, at the time, I thought Flurry was out.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what that was where that COVID thing. But look, Vegas has been a good team this year. Okay, and it's just they've just seemed to be able to put it together. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter who's in net because let's face it, their backup goalie is 1A. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So they got 1A and 1B for their goalies. So whatever. I don't feel sorry for them. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they had an embarrassment of riches, by Lehner being injured and stuff like
Right.
that.
Right.
Now, I before we go on the next game, we got to go, but we better get on it quick. I will say that one of the reasons why Lehner has moved around a lot is there was thoughts that maybe his style was going to lead to injuries later on. And here he is injured now. So we'll see how that plays out. But
Wow. Didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
Coyotes versus Wild. Maybe you can continue with the game after game so I can speed things
Yeah.
along.
Yeah.
But it
Hold on.
was, yeah,
We're doing the Saturday games, right?
Friday.
Oh, Friday games.
Friday.
Okay.
Uh,
Give it a sec.
Coyote versus Wild. We won't be doing all the games because we didn't do picks for all the games. Well, we did some for Saturday, and then we'll talk about
Okay. So Coyotes Wild. That was 4 to
this
nothing.
Wild team is
Wild.
insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh?
I. It seems like every time you think that they're not going to play well, they do. And
Yeah,
and when you think that they're going to play well, they still win, but they don't necessarily. Look, I've been really impressed with the Wild this year. I think they've been playing really well. Look, let's face it, 16-8-1, that's pretty decent so far for this year, you know what I
yeah,
mean? So
oh
yeah,
yeah.
I like it.
They're
Wow,
playing
that was a 4
with
to nothing though. They shut out the Coyotes 4 to nothing.
they're playing with so much confidence, and then Kaprizov got the hat trick in that game, right?
Yep.
Wow, and what an electrifying player. But
He's
also,
in the running for a star of the week.
yeah, for sure, no doubt about it. He's electrifying. Why is that not doing that? But he's also playing on a team with a coach that's allowing him to be electrifying.
There you go. That's
Uh,
helpful.
yeah, Evison is really letting these guys create and have fun, and isn't afraid to make mistakes. We talked about it before, and it's really showing up on the score sheet and in the win columns as well. And it doesn't seem
Exactly.
to matter if it's Talbot in net or the kid Kakanoff or, it's just overall they're just playing fantastic.
And that's the thing too, because we had questions about Talbot being in there and having consistency and stuff like
Yep,
that, and
yep,
it sure seems like that has been answered.
yeah, it sure does. That Dean, Dean Evison, I was really positive about him going into this season, and they say, "Show me a good coach, and I'll show you a good goaltender." Show me a good, show me a coach that makes goaltenders good, and I'll show you a great coach. And he seems to be one of those guys. So,
Yeah, I agree. I
fa-
agree
fa-
because
yeah. Sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
no, I agree 100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, so we got Wild 4, Coyote 0 on
Yeah.
that
So
one.
we got Yoshi had 4-3 Coyotes. Hockey News Reports had 4-3 Wild. Sasha had 3-2 Wild. Avatar had Wild 3-2. Steel, you had Wild 4-3. I had Wild 4-2. And CL had Wild 4-5-2. Nobody had it exactly right. So
Okay.
we'll keep on mowing through these things. The Oilers
All right.
Senators game
Yeah.
wasn't much to talk about there. The Senators were really tired. There wasn't much chance that the Senators were going to have a chance against the Oilers that game, and fortunately,
Well,
the Oilers,
your buddy Smith played well,
yeah,
right? And it seemed like it was the McDavid and Draisaitl show again.
mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm,
it did seem like they had Nurse stepped up and some of the other players stepped up as well. So it wasn't completely the Draisaitl McDavid show.
yeah. The Oilers have a tendency to win against the teams they should.
Well, that's
It's
a good problem to have.
sure, yeah, but
Win
it's
against the teams you're supposed to win against. All
yeah,
right.
yeah. That's I mean, there are teams that aren't like that. Like Washington
Oh
Capitals have a
yeah,
tendency to play down. Philly does. Has a
yeah.
tendency to. The Oilers don't seem to do that. They seem to beat the teams they should. It's the problem is they don't have enough belief in themselves to beat the Toronto Maple Leafs and stuff like that.
The teams
Like
that yeah. Okay, I got you.
the
All right,
teams
I got
that are they can beat, but they're not going to trounce. They don't know before. Like beforehand, you're not going, okay, Oilers got this one, right?
you. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm
So
with you. I'm
they
with
have
you.
a tough time with those kind of teams. So they won
Yeah.
that one. What did we have? We had
6-2.
oh
Oilers 6, Senators 2.
yeah, and the Yoshi had 6-0. That was
That's
close.
close.
Uh, Avatar had 2-1. Jacket had 4-2. Oilers. CL had 4-2. We're all around it. Steel had 5-2. Wow.
5-2. I was close.
Yeah. H&R had 3-1 or 3-1 Senators.
Ooh.
Yeah. Sasha had 3-0 Oilers. And there's a fellow at the end here who had 6-2 Oilers. Who do you think that might have been?
Gosh, wait a minute. Hold on. Now, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Would that be the Perlo?
Perlo. Got
So
myself.
the second necklace has been divvied out, and
Yeah.
it's going to the man who divvies them out.
Yes. Going into the pearls and necklace storage facility.
Storage facility.
Yeah, I
All
needed a
right.
whole facility now. I
Yeah,
just,
right.
yeah, I have.
Because that you're too big for the Seattle apartment there.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so what do we
the
got
Kings and
next?
the Avalanche.
Kings and the Avalanche. Yes.
This was a
Stop
good
cheating.
game.
For Kyle says I'm cheating.
Yeah, yeah,
Pearl's on
see?
fire.
That's right. He is cheating because he
Go.
has all that. He has that big giant head.
Yeah, Best Bet Ed is in the house. Welcome, Best Bet Ed.
Ooh, welcome,
Implicit is in.
welcome.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Right
Getting some
on.
folks.
Stick around
Getting
for the
some
picks,
folks.
guys. Don't be leaving
Yeah,
on
man.
us now. Okay, Kings versus Avalanche, you said. What was the score, sir?
2-0. Avalanche 2, Kings nothing.
Yes, and the Avalanche have this newfound defensive system that they're playing now, and they're crushing it. Last year it was like pure offense. Well, this year they are Bakar. What's his name? Bednar. Bednar, the
Okay.
coach, almost like what Cooper did with Tampa. Remember what Cooper
Yeah.
did when they lost to Columbus? And then the next year with Tampa, all of a sudden they started playing a new defensive style and they struggled early. Well,
But they won the
Colorado,
cup.
yeah, and then they won the cup. Colorado's doing that now.
Yeah, I
And
got you.
they just crushed the Kings defensively. Just absolutely. Kings could do nothing. I was watching the game and they were getting frustrated and like that
Exactly.
that defensive system with the offensive talent they have. Woo! Telling you,
Yeah,
man, quite the combination. This is gonna
I'm
be a
with you on
scary
that.
team, dude. Did you watch any of it by chance?
I didn't catch any of that one. No.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
It's
well,
tough. It's tough for me to get. It's tough for me to get the West Coast games because that's really late for me. You know what I mean? And that keeps me up till like wee hours of the morning to watch those games. So I
yeah,
try to tend to watch the condensed games on those.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but I didn't get a chance to watch that Kings Avalanche game though.
Yeah, I watched it. It was very good. Both teams played really well. It's just the Avalanche with that defensive system is going to be scary.
Yeah, yeah.
Peterson, I believe they were outshot quite a bit, right? I got to look
Let's
at
take
that
a
again
look
now.
here.
Right.
Let's take a look here at some stats. Ollie's. Let's see.
I don't know why mine does this all the time. It won't let me look at the
18.
stats.
Yeah, they were Avalanche just peppered. It was 46-18 on the
Yeah,
shots.
yeah. It was weird because it seemed like the Kings played a good game, but they still got outshot badly.
Yeah,
It was a strange game that way. But if Colorado starts employing that type of defensive system against teams, I don't see them losing too much for the rest of the way here,
yeah, I'm
for
with you.
sure. Okay, so we had Sasha had 6-2 abs, which is kind of what you expect. Yoshi 4-2 abs, Jacket 5-2 abs. HNR had 6-1 abs, Avatar had 5-1 abs. Then cheeky little CL came right around the target with 3-0 Avalanche. That's really close, man. That's almost, I should give you like half a necklace for that. Uh,
Yeah.
just half. You can get the other half later.
Oh,
Uh, then
brother.
Pearlo was 4-3. And Steele, you were darn close too with 3-1.
Okay.
You had the
So
under.
there's the other half of that necklace.
And everybody was on the Avs there. Yeah, everybody did take the Avs. Yeah,
There's the other half of that
there's the other
necklace.
half. Yeah, you guys can split it. Sharks,
Hey, Joey's in the house.
Joey.
What's up, Joey? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, Joey Serrano.
Yeah, shoot.
Serrano, Philly fan. Yeah,
All
buddy.
right.
How you doing, man? Sweet. Yeah, shoot. Seal says, yeah, you were close,
I know, I
buddy.
saw that. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah. All
close.
right.
That's a really good try. Really good try.
So the last game for that is going to be
Sharks versus Ducks.
yeah, the Sharks and Ducks.
And there's
Man,
not much to talk about there.
you know, every single time I think that I'm going to pick against the Sharks, right? As soon as I pick against them, they win. Every time I pick them, they lose.
Did you pick
So
against
guess
them then?
what? I picked
Oh, the Ducks, yeah.
yeah, I picked the Ducks.
There was some reasonable reasons to pick the Ducks there. Dubnik was in, and he like last year he had a terrible year. Kind of struggled earlier this year, but he actually his last couple starts he's looked really good.
Yeah.
And I think the Sharks were more tired there, but it looks like the Ducks have kind of lost their soul this year. Uh,
They lost something.
yeah,
Well, they definitely lost the game, that's for sure.
by
Holy
a
moly.
6-0 by a long shot. I have a feeling nobody got anything here. H&R had 6-4. Steele had 2-1 Ducks. He had 6-4 Ducks. Jacket had Sharks 5-4. Sasha was 4-2. Yoshi was 2-1 Sharks. Avatar, a lot of people took the Ducks, including me. I had the Ducks 5-2. Avatar had the Ducks 4-3, and CL had the Sharks 5-3. So we're going to go to Saturday's games now, and we have
Ugh.
one, two,
I'm
three,
glad
four,
I'm not
five,
on this
six,
list for you.
seven. Seven. We
Am
have
I
7 games on Saturday to go now.
am I on that list with you guys?
Yeah,
Did I
you
do
are.
any?
Yeah, you are.
All right. Okay.
Okay,
I don't
so
do well on Saturday games, so
you did watch these though, right?
some of them, yeah.
Okay, the first one then is the Rangers and the Bruins, right?
Which was one of the ones that I watched.
Of course, because we were doing, wasn't I doing that with the goat?
Yeah, that
Yeah, I
was the one
did.
with John. Yeah,
John, yeah.
yeah.
And
Oh
the
man.
Bruins crapped the bed big time. They
What?
did not look good at all.
Okay. So what's really weird is the game previously, it was
The other
Boston
way.
4
Yeah,
and Rangers nothing. Right now, this was the first game with Panarin back.
yeah,
Okay, and that line and that team definitely it rolls through him. Their offense seems to just roll through him
yeah,
because when he was out, they reshuffled the lines where they put Lafreniere up on the top lines and they had him back playing on the third line more so. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So it just seemed like obviously Jack finally sprouted to life, had 2 assists. Strome played real well. I mean,
yeah.
New York's got a pretty good team.
They do. We remember last year when they went on that run to make sort of the playoffs. They make it into the qualifying or whatever. They were playing fantastic, and they were just playing fast, and they were out fasting everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And they just haven't seen it this year. I don't know if it's because Coach Quinn is like, okay, it's really cool that we did that for that short period of time. But if we're really going to be a contender, much like what the Avalanche are doing right now, we got to play defense, right? You
yeah,
can't just do one. So I
yeah.
think they're just trying to balance that out, where they do got to get to a point where they're playing strong defensively as well, and that's been a little bit difficult for them this year. But they did look very good in that game, and the Bruins just looked terrible. Like they all, to a man on the ice, they all said that we really did not play well. They didn't. Halak was like very upset at the end of that game, to say the least. I guess he just lost it. So should be interesting what we see tonight, and we will do those picks tonight. But we had I watched that game, and I was just floored by the Bruins having no pushback whatsoever in that game. They looked really like their legs couldn't move at all.
Yeah,
Um,
I know. Well,
yeah,
it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you what, though. Um, if Boston, look, we all know that Boston's a good team,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all allowed to have that stinker game once or twice. You know what I mean, and whatever. So I don't necessarily look to see Boston staying down for long,
Yeah, you never can count Boston out, right?
right?
Yeah, but it's been a few more than just one game here. There's been some groaners along the way here, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that Lauzon and Carlo, especially Carlo. Carlo is a
Yeah,
lot for that defense. Big, solid, 6'4", tough.
yeah.
And then Chara gone, and then Krug and so they're restructuring all this.
Plus they've had some injuries to their defense too.
Well, that's what I
Um,
mean. Those injuries, Lauzon and Carlo,
yeah.
yeah. So
So
that's a lot to ask.
it is.
Take four of your top four defensemen from the year before out, and not have only the replacing them have the youth in your lineup, and tell me how your team turns out. So you got to give them a little bit that way, I guess, right?
I mean, the fact that they're still 14-7-4 and in fourth place in the East, I mean, that still says something about what's going on there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Okay. So we had Steele had 4-2 Boston. Jacket had 5-1 Boston. Avatar had 4-2. Sasha had 4-3. Everybody had Bruins. 5-2 CL. Yoshi 5-2. I had 4-1, except H&R. What was the score? 4-0, right? No,
4-0.
4-2.
That
4-2.
that counts.
That somewhat counts, yeah.
Yeah, that counts.
That's it's not within one. That's a quarter of a pearl.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving him a
Jeez,
quarter.
man. Pretty
Give it.
stingy on them
Uh,
necklaces, buddy.
yeah, just. I'll give you one with no beads on it. How's that?
Well, just a raw piece of string and a
Just
clasp. Yeah, all
just a
right.
string.
Just the string and the
Yeah,
clasp.
I'll give
Okay.
you a kit, one that you can build yourself. How's that?
Okay, all right.
I'll
There you
just
go.
send you all the pieces and you can put it together.
Yeah.
Okay, Stars versus Blue Jackets next, right?
Yes.
Okay,
And 4-3, Columbus Blue Jackets win that final in overtime.
yeah.
And you know what? I'm here to tell you, I just don't. I'm waiting for Dallas to spring, but I just don't think I see Columbus. I just keep seeing them falling off. I think that the room has been lost in Columbus. I see a win here, but then I see too many really bad losses. You know what I mean? And then a win here, and then a couple of bad losses, and then a win here, and it just doesn't. I mean, the benching of Line A, the way that the team just doesn't seem to be clicking or coming together. It just doesn't seem like they're. It doesn't seem to be working in Columbus.
It's an awful lot to ask, too. I mean, we were talking about it before the season started that the teams that didn't make the most moves would, would have an advantage here because of chemistry and all that kind of stuff like that. Well, they've had to make the moves on the fly. So, working in players on the fly that don't know the system, like Lyonnais and Roslovich and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
but Roslovich has looked much better than Line A has. I think, don't you think?
it's a start, but now Roslovich is starting to lose his minutes again. He's getting
Yeah.
down to about 10, 11 minutes. And Lyonnais keeping. I think Lyonnais will be fine. I think they will be fine, but probably not this year. But I wouldn't put it past this team to make a run, but not make it. You know what I mean? By the time they get it all figured out, to make a run and not make it. But it's also quite possible that they just don't have the pieces after all of this, and they're going to have to add some in the off season and all that kind of stuff like that. The main problem I see is really bad goaltending.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really escape that, really.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? When you can't count on the goalie to at least stop a couple of pucks.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
We're still on the fence both about whether Tortorella is going to be there next year or not. Uh,
and I'm not going to ask that question yet either, because I was going to ask you if you think that if they don't make the run this year, if he's going to be there.
I don't. I honestly don't know at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
I it's gonna there's gonna be a lot of things, not just making it, just what happens with the team. Remember, we just talked about how great coaches get the best out of goaltenders, and it seemed like Tortorella did all the way up until this year, and now not. So
not. Yeah,
what's
yeah.
going on,
That's the
right?
thing. Yeah, that's the thing.
So, anyways, yeah, that'll be.
All right,
We had Jackets 3-2. Jacket had the Jackets 3-2. Avatar, what was the score? 4-3.
4-3.
Avatar had 4-2 Jackets. Close. Close. Sasha 3-1 stars. Steel 3-2 stars. CL 4-2 stars. Yoshi 3-1 stars. HNR 4-1 stars. And I had 4-3 stars. So,
See, I'm noticing a pattern.
yeah. So Avatar was the closest on that one. I can't give you a. You're not on the score. It was a close game, so I'm just gonna give you the Perlo clap. There you go.
All right,
Good for you, sir.
there you go.
That
Perlo
should
clap.
make you.
Good
That
deal.
should bring you through the day. Okay,
Okay,
Canadians versus Flames, sir. What's the score on that one?
3-1. Calgary wins that game 3-1. And ever since Sutter has come into Calgary, that's a different team.
Yep, no doubt about it. Yeah,
No doubt about their defense. They're playing different defense. They're playing a different system, and it's exactly with what you said, Perlo. When they brought that coach in, he's going. Excuse me. He's going to find the guys that's going to play for him, and if you're not going to play for him, guess what? You ain't going to be on the team.
yeah. I think they lost this one night though, didn't they? Or did they win this one?
No, they won
They
three to
won.
one.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
Calgary wins 3-1.
You know, it's funny. Okay, I'll tell you about it when I get to my score there. Uh, Calgary won 3-1. I don't know why I put that score down. But yeah, Calgary's going to be like, they're going to wake up in the middle of the night hearing the words defense echo in their head, like Calgary. With Daryl Sutter. Daryl Sutter's going to be like, okay, so defense. I don't want to talk about defense too much, but defense. I mean, oh, sorry, defense. I mean, okay, I won't say it. Defense. That's the way he's going to be. He's just he can't.
His name is Defense Sutter.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything. Huh? Like, yeah. So how about the defense there? You know, that's the way he's going to play. That's the way he brought LA to cups. They played amazing defense. They play a very simple game. It's a hard game. It's a drive to the net game. It's a hockey game. It's the way we play hockey. It's the basics of hockey, right?
Exactly, but boy, did Monahan have a good game.
Yeah,
2 goals and assist.
yeah. Monahan finally put up some points, which is
So
awesome.
that was that's the other thing too, and we even got an assist there from the Kachuk too. So I really think that you're going to see some of these players here on Calgary with this new coaching change, and then on the opposite side, Montreal doesn't seem like they're putting it together yet. I
No,
mean, they had that one win there, they put 7 goals up, but just hasn't quite been the same consistency there for Montreal.
no, and I think the heart of the issue there is that we talk about elephant in the room, and Price has no excuses anymore. I mean, this has been a little while now where Price hasn't been Price, and they changed the defense, and they changed this, and they changed that, and still Price's numbers are not getting better, and he's still letting softies in every once in a while, and all of that sort of thing. And I think the problem in the room with Julian was a lot involved with getting Price back on track again. His frustration in himself and whatever was going on there. That's my guess. I
Makes
don't know. I
sense.
don't
I
know.
mean, but it makes sense though. You know what I mean? It's like it. I don't look. It all happens to everybody. Age eventually catches up to you, and you can't do the same things that you used to do when you were younger. Okay, and that might be the case here with Carey Price.
It's not that
Okay,
old
because
though.
we saw. Okay, I get it, but we kind of saw. Look, he's also played a lot of hockey
Yeah. Oh yeah,
in his
absolutely. Yeah.
career.
Yeah.
Okay, he plays a lot of
Yeah. They
games.
they have hit him a ton there in Montreal for sure. No doubt about
Okay, so yeah, he might not be 33, 34, 35, but he's played enough games to equal somebody who's that age, I would think. You know what I mean? And he's played at such a high level for so long
Yeah,
that when you start seeing these guys drop off, it's like dropping off of a cliff
yeah,
because they played at such a high level, and then gosh, they let in one or two soft goals, and now suddenly it's a whole different guy.
yeah, yeah. Hockey News Report says that the last few games, the Price has looked great. Looks like him old self. Really, I never saw that, but maybe he watches more intently on Montreal than I do, so he probably is correct. But uh, it's funny. Um, I don't know. We talked about how all the different players, but we thought there was going to be early problems, right?
And there wasn't.
It's now it's later problems that are happening with Montreal, and they just look out of sync to me. And I
Yeah,
don't know. I can't put my finger on it. It just looks out of sync. Some of the games that they're playing, to tell you the honest truth, they're playing well. They're just losing right now, so they may just
yeah.
turn it around and it'll be okay. It's just the pucks aren't bouncing their way, sort of thing like that. But anyways,
I can see that. I mean, they're still 12-8-7, and if it wouldn't have been for their hot start coming out in the beginning of the season, which really kind of blew me away with Montreal because I wasn't expecting Montreal to have such a hot start and then fire their coach. Whoops.
yeah, not long
What?
after, different. Like I said, Weber said it was some sort of room problem. So
Well,
the CL is saying is Sherratt going to be a big hit for them? CL, you know that. Yeah, absolutely. Sherratt is a huge hit for Montreal.
yeah, big
Losing
time.
Sherratt, I mean, having a big mobile defenseman that plays top 4 minutes, even top 2 minutes a lot of the time, like Sherratt does, doesn't. That's not what you want to have happen right now when you're going through what they're going through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get. Yeah, I get what you're saying there, best bet Ed, about as far as the age factor and Mike Smith and everything like that. But I think, I think with what I said earlier, though, I think that Price has played at a much higher level and has played way more games. I think
not than Smith, but
it seems that
one
way.
thing
I'm not trying to make excuses. Let's face it.
one thing he has done is played in a lot more pressure situation there in Montreal. Wears on the brain, man. You know,
Okay.
I would say
Okay.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, look, it is what it is. Goalies are a tough group of guys to look at and predict and see how they're going to go. And you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Who knows? I mean, he could be having something going on at home right now
Yeah.
that
Well,
we
that's the
don't know
thing,
about.
right? Yeah.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And so
Yeah.
who knows what's in the psyche of some of these guys?
But
But I
let's.
mean, you can't
Yeah.
deny the fact that Carey Price is one of the best goalies that we've seen in quite a while.
Oh, absolutely. He's a Hall of Famer already. Like, he's been amazing. He's
Yeah,
in his
exactly.
prime. He stopped pucks like hardly anybody in the world in the history of the game ever did. So, no doubt about that. Bellows and Wallstrom, yeah, they're both playing fantastic. Especially Wallstrom, he's looking bigger, stronger. He looks like he could be a Foligno type guy, Wallstrom now.
There
That
you
would be a imagine having a Foligno type guy in the New York Islanders,
Wow.
and
That's no. I don't want to imagine that. Thank
no,
you.
you don't want to imagine that. Exactly. Now, wouldn't we in Philly like to have a Foligno type guy? Another question, and I think you and I might disagree with this, maybe not, is Goligoski, the rumor for Goligoski going to Philly. What do you like think about that idea?
I can sum it up for you in one word. Are you ready? Ew.
Why though? I don't mind
We
the
don't need
idea.
goalies.
No, not goalie. Goligoski, the defenseman for the
Oh,
Arizona
oh, oh,
Coyotes.
oh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Goligoski, the defenseman for the Arizona Coyotes. He's 35. He moves the puck well. I think it would be fine as long as we're not giving up like 2 second rounders or something like that. Like he's pretty much a rental. But I would take him
I have
over.
a hard time.
They got to take. I'll give you a second round pick if you take Gustafson back.
Now you've piqued my interest.
Yeah. I knew that would change your mind. He's way better than Gustafson.
Like I
Way better.
said, now you've piqued my interest. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all going to look. Everything boils down to what's it going to cost to get the players you need to put on your team. And if it's going to be more than what you're willing to pay, then guess what? You're not going to be able to make those moves. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think some of the asking prices for some of these players is going to be a little too much for some of the teams that are looking to try to make moves. And hey, stranger things have happened, but what
Yeah.
can I say?
I think that's a possibility. I don't. I wouldn't mind seeing that one as long as it's not for too much.
Yeah.
Um, did we go through? We didn't go through the scores for the.
Yeah, 3-1 Montreal or 3-1 Calgary. Yep, we went
Right.
through
Steele,
everybody.
you had 4-3 in OT
Okay.
for the Flames. You had Jacket had 2-1 halves. CL had 7-4 halves. H&R had 3-2 halves. Yoshi had 5-2 Flames. Avatar had 3-2 Flames, and Pearlo had, or sorry, Avatar had 3-2 halves, and I had 4-2 Flames.
So a
So
couple of us picked the Flames then.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I went 4-2 because I actually was on. I thought it was going to be a low-scoring game, so I don't know. Whatever.
Okay. So the
Okay,
next
let's
one
get
is
to the other
Pittsburgh and
ones.
Buffalo.
Right. We won't have to talk too much about this one. What was the score?
3-0 Pittsburgh.
3-0 Pittsburgh. Which, yeah, I thought it was going to be a higher scoring game than that.
Really? Why? No Jack Eichel.
No, I just
Uh
thought that I thought Pittsburgh was going to score more goals than that. That's why. I didn't
oh,
know
oh,
how
oh,
many
okay, all right.
Buffalo was going to score, but I thought
Okay, okay.
I actually I did think the Buffalo was going to score more, and that was basically because Jari was in net and they could probably pot a couple, but I wasn't really sure. Uh,
Yeah, no, DeSmith was in net actually.
DeSmith was yeah, it was supposed to be Jari, and they put DeSmith in.
Oh,
That's right.
okay. Okay.
DeSmith is a better goaltender right now, so that would be explain why a little lower scoring. Okay, so we'll go through it quick because there's no use talking about that game. Like it was
I'm with you.
no. What's to talk about? Penguins are flying. They
Right.
got an easy schedule. As a Philadelphia Flyers fans will use the whole conspiracy theory that they want the Penguins to be in the playoffs. And they got to hand it to them, but we wouldn't know anything about that, would we? H&R Penguins 8-1. Yoshi had the Penguins 5-1. Jacket had the Pens
We know
4-3.
nothing of conspiracy theories about that. No.
C- CL Pens 4-2. Avatar Pens 4-1. Close. Avatar was on fire. He was right around the
I
target
know,
all.
man.
Holy man. Perlo Pens 5-3. Okay, a little more interesting game, and we got about 10 minutes to finish this off. Oh no, we have. Sorry, we can't. We got to go through these quick.
Okay.
Blackhawks versus Panthers.
Okay. So no, no, no. Oh, that was the other game you guys did. Okay. So the Blackhawks were 2 and the Panthers were 4. So Florida wins 4-2.
Florida won 4-2. The
Yeah.
four, and I will say a little bit. I watched that game. Florida should have won that by more than that. Lankinen really just kept them in for
Yeah.
the most part.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
Steel had the Panthers 5-4. Hockey News Reports had Panthers 4-3. You said it was
Woo!
4-2.
4-2.
Jacket!
Yay!
4-2 Panthers. Pearls of Wisdom necklace heading right your way, my friend. CL had Panthers 6-2. Josie had 2-0. And I put a 4 down and was going to say 4-2, but I noticed that Jack had already took 4-2 and I didn't want to steal his necklace. So I put 3-2. So,
Man.
that's my
All right.
story and I'm sticking to it.
Did you guys do the Winnipeg Toronto game?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
So
So
that
so
was
that game that game, oh,
that was a
that was
fancy game right there.
yeah,
That was hockey
yeah.
right there.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that I watched good portions of some of that game there. Winnipeg 5, Toronto 2.
Yeah, and Winnipeg is you got Winnipeg. I don't know, man. I don't know about this
They
Winnipeg
seem to
team.
play Toronto really well.
I just think in general, this Winnipeg team's just getting better and better all the time.
Seems like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I have a vote. I mean, for coach of the year, it's got to be Quinville if Coulaton gets the Blackhawks in, but I don't think he will.
Ever
And
since Dubois,
Paul Maurice.
ever since that Dubois trade,
Hmm.
right? Winnipeg is starting to look much better.
Yeah, Dubois was happier than heck to go there, and if you see him on the ice, he's got confidence all the heck.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, and they could still add. Their defense is thin, but they could still add some
Still
defense.
add, yeah,
And
for sure, for sure.
Hollebuck is playing like his old self again. They could win. They could win the North. They really seriously could. As far as even in the
Now,
regular season and in the playoffs, like I'm really
if they keep
impressed by them.
playing Toronto like this, then they have a shot.
Yeah, we'll be talking about them tonight because they play tonight. I'm pretty sure, or yeah, pretty sure. So, anyways, for that game, what did you say the score was?
Score was 5 Winnipeg, 2 Toronto, so Winnipeg wins 5-2.
Jacket had 4-3 Jets.
Oh,
I had 3-2 Leafs. Steel,
okay.
you had 5-3 Leafs. Yossi had 4-2 Leafs. Avatar had 4-3 Leafs. So we all took the Leafs except for Jacket.
See,
Jacket.
man, we need to eat. We need to be eating the same soup that Jacket's eating.
Nicholas Hjalmarsson for the Jets. That makes sense. Hockey News reports that does make a lot of sense.
Oh, I'd much rather see him go to the Flyers,
Well,
though, if
so
we
would
could.
I because I'm a Flyers fan. Yeah,
Yeah, but that does make sense though for them too, though.
yeah. I
You know
think
what I
I
mean?
think it
That
could
gives
be a
them the opportunity.
battle. I think there'll be a battle for Hjalmarsson out there.
Yeah. This kind of battle.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of. I don't know what. I think they're gonna. Somebody's gonna overpay for him and probably
Well,
deserve to
it's
overpay.
not that they're going to overpay for him. He's already under contract.
Yeah. No, I don't mean money wise. I mean for like draft picks. They're gonna.
Right.
Somebody might pony up a first for him because he's got
Yeah.
3 cups. He plays that playoff style game. He's managed to stay fairly healthy the last 2 years. But the guy's a warrior. Let's face it, the guy's a freaking warrior. Like, yeah, Philly, I would love, 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 love. Do we ever need a warrior on that team on the defense, right?
Whew,
Yeah,
man, that would be putting it mildly.
yeah, I would like it for my other team, the Oilers, too. But
Well, that would be a good one up there too. Yeah. So, what was the other game you guys did? You guys
well,
did
do
the.
you want to even talk about Capitals versus Flyers?
Do we need to?
No, let's just tell us what the score is. We'll do the scores.
5-4.
5-4.
Capitals win 5-4.
Avatar was 4-3. H&R, why didn't I put a score down for him? Yoshi was 3-1. Did you say 5-4 for it was the Capitals, right?
Yes, 5-4. Capitals win.
5-4 Pearlo Flyers. Jacket 7-3 Capitals was the closest, I think. Or 4-3. Avatar again. Right? 4-3, right around there for the Capitals. Yeah. And Steele, you had one. You had 4-2 Capitals. So you went.
Okay.
That shows you how confident you are with the team right now. When I made that play, I was like, that's not happening.
Right.
I knew it.
I was sitting there thinking, wait a minute, he can't be picking
Yeah, I'm
Philadelphia.
like,
No.
don't listen to me.
All
It's
right.
not happening. Okay,
All
so
right. So
now we're gonna go. The last game was the Knights versus the Blues, and that'll give us like 4 minutes to talk about Sunday's game, and then we'll head to our word from our sponsor. Okay, Knights versus
so
Blues.
that was 5-1. St. Louis lose. Vegas scores 5. St. Louis won. That was Vegas winning 5-1.
Yeah, yeah. And deep down, CL too. CL is a Flyers fan. He knew it too. So there wasn't much to talk about that. The thing that screwed me up with that game was they played Flurry back to back.
Yeah.
That's what it was. They played Flurry back to back, and I did not know that until afterwards. I actually had an over on that, and I was like, "That's not." And it turned out they scored 5 goals in the third to put it over. And St. Louis had Ville Husso in, who is, he's not really an NHL caliber goaltender. So uh, that was,
Okay.
but so we didn't. Nobody knew that was going to happen. So with that in mind, we'll do the scores because there wasn't much to talk about that game.
Yeah.
except that it was odd that Vegas didn't score more early, but they wore the Blues down, and then eventually in the third they just figured figured
Took
it out,
took care of business. Yep.
took
All
care of
right.
business. H&R had 5-3 Vegas, close. Jacket had 4-2 Vegas. CL had 2-1 Blues. Yossi had 3-0 Blues. Avatar had 4-2 Blues, and I guess you weren't in on this one. And Pearlo had 5-4 Vegas.
Well, there you go. All right.
So those were the game. Those were the games we did for Saturday. Uh, all the games that we didn't do, like there was a lot of games on Saturday, right?
You didn't do the Nashville Tampa Bay game, the Edmonton Vancouver, San Jose Anaheim, Edmonton Vancouver. I think there was another one too. I can't think. Hold on.
Yeah, Canucks
The
Oilers.
Islanders and the Devils.
Yeah, the
That
Islanders
was
and
one
the
of the
Devils. That was one we
that was one of the
probably
games.
should have did.
Yeah, I that's was one of the games that I did actually kind of check into. That was a really good game.
Yeah,
That was some back and forth. So that was a pretty good game.
I said that it was going to be a low scoring game and that Jersey might win it, and they came close. In fact, they took 2 goals away from them in that game.
Yeah, the overtime. That was the that was that overtime game, wasn't it?
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, they took the overtime goal away from PK Subban because he was offsides.
Yeah. As far as the Oilers Canucks, that ended pretty much the way I thought it would. I thought it'd be low scoring. Canucks Demko, man. Demko. Demko was the reason why I thought the Canucks were going to be better than they were, and he's showing it now this year. Really playing well. And without Peterson, they're winning a few games, the Canucks.
Yep, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, then Sharks and Ducks, there's no use talking about that. But we'll go over to Sunday really quick, and we'll talk about a little bit, and then we'll head to a word from our sponsor, and then we'll get into our picks for tomorrow.
All right.
Okay,
So Sunday games were Arizona. Which ones did you guys do?
we didn't do any. We're just talking about them. We're just going to skim over the games quickly that were interesting
Okay.
here.
Okay.
I
So
guess the
game one
most
was Arizona.
interesting was
Arizona, Minnesota was game one.
yeah, and again we talk about the Coyotes just crushing right now, just crushing every way.
You mean Minnesota?
Yeah, I meant to say Minnesota's just
Yeah.
crushing in every way. Watching them is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch them play.
They're playing really well. Zuccarello has been flying around.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And so I'm really excited about this team, and they might make a good push as far as trying to get there to at the end. So yeah, I'm excited about Minnesota. It's going to be interesting to see how they pan out for this
well,
year.
it's going to be interesting to see what this quick team does against other divisions.
Yeah. Once we get into start playing in the playoffs,
What's
what it's
what's
going
a
to look
team like
like.
this going to do against the Islanders, right? Like that type of system. That'll be an interesting chess match. Two totally different styles of play.
Or against say Boston.
For Boston, yeah, like you
You
get
know what I
into
mean?
that.
Or Toronto. Like I would
Toronto
like to
now, I
see.
think they'll have a better chance at because they have Toronto's that kind of a high flying type team themselves.
Okay.
But
Okay.
Islanders playing that neutral zone, don't let you move type game.
Shut you down. Yeah,
That'll
yeah,
be
I'm with you.
interesting,
With you.
man.
Okay, so the next game was Carolina and Detroit, and
Yeah,
Carolina win that one 2-1.
yeah, and Detroit, you give them credit, man. They Bernier, somebody's got to get Bernier at the deadline. Get this guy out of jail, right? Like I was for Joey
Do you think he's
Serrano
going
was
to go?
for
I
them.
mean, do you think they're going to get him? They think because Detroit's really young and they're trying to build and they're trying to, you know what I mean? So he might be one of those cogs that might be able to go to another team that they could kind of,
Uh,
sell off to
Absolutely,
try to get more picks or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
absolutely. A team that is like just needs goaltending, like that is sitting right there, and could use some goaltending while a young player is moving up. you know, Somebody like that. Uh,
Got you.
like the Philadelphia Flyers say. That's a no. I don't think that's because they have Elliott, but it's a thought if Elliott can't keep it going. Uh, and or possibly the Edmonton Oilers could use somebody because Smith can't keep it going. He's too old.
Yeah, you know who might be also looking too would be definitely the Penguins. Would
Maybe.
be looking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
yeah, yeah.
That's a good one.
So
Yeah, they could
we'll see.
somebody they could take for short term, and just to bolster their Carolina. We just talked about it. Maybe if but Nedeljkovic
Well,
looks
you
a
know
good.
what though? I'll tell you what though. Carolina has been still playing well
Hmm.
in spite of everything.
Yes,
So
yes.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Maybe they look at it that way for sure. And maybe in the lot of Hockey News Report says he's been watching a lot of Wild, Golden Knights, Habs, Avs, and Red Wings. Wow, cool. Maybe in the comment section you can give us a few teams that Bernier might go to. But Carolina played really, really kind of dominated that game pretty well. Bernier kept them in, and Detroit's growing up and learning how to play some pretty decent defense. Though I will give them that.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're young and they're learning, and it's going to be one of those things. But look, they're not the worst team in the league right now, but they're not. I mean,
Yeah,
it is what it is for Detroit, and they're just going to have to keep on going. The fact that uh, Hamilton for Carolina and Niederreiter for Carolina has been really stepping up for them of late, and really like how they've been playing and getting a lot of assistance points and stuff like
Niederreiter
that.
has been really fantastic,
I know, I know.
and
I just like saying his name,
yeah,
Nino Niederreiter.
yeah, for a guy who's kind of had consistency issues in Minnesota and the New York Islanders, he's really brought it together this year.
Yep.
Hamilton's played well, but I would even say Pesci and Slavin are probably their best two defensemen right now.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah. Yeah.
fantastic. Like that top three is stellar. Um, okay, let's get moving on here. We
Okay,
talked about
next
the
one.
Islanders versus the Devils pretty much. That was an interesting game. Did we talk about that one too? Yeah, the Islanders just basically got it out. Wedgwood, like before the season started, I wasn't thinking Wedgwood was going to be a factor in the league. He's playing pretty well though for a goaltender for New Jersey.
Right. I think the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Dallas one was the other one. That's
Oh yeah, we
that.
got to talk. Yeah, yeah. Stars just can't find like they did win, but they're barely winning the games that they win. And this was the case here with the Blue Jackets. With Corpusalo, and you really should have been scoring more than they did. Um, but they pulled it through, and it's just kind of two teams going not the greatest direction, right?
It does kind of seem like they're both going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
They're not going up the hill. They seem to be kind of rolling back the hill a little
Or
bit.
at least going sideways for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Not going up, but not necessarily going down, but just kind of going
in
sideways a little bit.
Dallas's case, though, they're doing so without their best left winger Radulov and their number one center in Sagan. So there is that, right? But
And their other goalie, Bishop, has
Bishop,
been out as
Bishop,
well
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So they've had to rotate goalies in and out.
That kid Ottinger, that professor that Projo talks about, he played in that game, I believe. Yeah, he played really well.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm
But
with you on that.
Bishop was out. They've had injuries, so
Yeah, yeah. And then that whole COVID thing with them at the beginning of the year, so they
yeah,
haven't even played as many games yet.
yeah.
So with Dallas, so all right. So the next two are so we got L.A. Kings was I got a buddy flying around here.
Okay.
L.A. Kings versus Colorado. This was the 4-1 Colorado.
Yeah, again, same thing. Avalanche are playing a stifling defensive system, which we're
Yeah,
not really used to, but they have an offense that can score like crazy. Um,
Grubauer's been playing really well too. I really liked how he's been playing, especially in this game.
yeah, remember that's what happens when we talk a guy, right? And then all of a sudden he bounces back and he's playing fantastic.
What do you know? All we have to do is start talking about him.
Right?
Hey,
Yeah, Groovy's been
sprinkle that little
listening.
magic dust on him.
I know he's been listening. He didn't want to let us down.
Exactly.
Thanks,
And
Groovy. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. And then the final one was Toronto Maple Leafs losing to the Ottawa Senators four
Which
to three.
I had. I took the Senators to win that game.
Really?
Yes, I did. And that was
Okay.
basically because the Leafs were just on the end of a grueling road
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they have 4 days off after this. I don't care who you are. If you're on the end of a grueling road trip, in fact, I would even say more so if you got a couple million in the bank, your mind may be having a difficult time
You.
not swaying to what you're going to be doing with the family for the 4 days and all that
Oh, I
stuff.
was just gonna say, yeah, yeah. Plus the fact that you just spent how many days playing a bunch of games and being, you know what I mean,
Hmm.
to get that little break. I mean, look, e- just to get that little bit of a break,
Yeah.
just to get that, couple of days away.
Hmm.
You know, football players talk about this a lot, where when they get their bye week, they tend to go like and do other things and be away from like the city. They get out of the city, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. They get to go home
Yeah.
and be with family. And not everybody lives in the city that they play in.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when you get that week off, that gives you that opportunity to go home and be with family and friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this 4 days off, hey.
That's right. Okay. We got to get to our.
So
There's
we're
a.
thinking that Toronto's going to be partying it up for the next 4 days. So maybe their next game back might. I'm just
Maybe we'll
kidding.
see. But there's a game going to be going on right away, and we got to do picks for this game. So
Yeah, it just started.
we got to go to a word from our sponsor here, and we'll come back with your picks in a moment.
Greetings. This is Steel Flyers from the Steel Flyers All Sports Network, and we have two very special guests. We are delighted to be joined by Tracy Musser and Nicole Howard from the Canine Country Club Resorts. Tracy and Nicole are both managers for CCC Resorts and work at the Windsor or at the club, one of two locations both in Manheim, Pennsylvania. Congratulations on your 30th year anniversary of being in business. Let me start off by saying this. Steel Flyer stands behind this company 100%. Taking care of Steel Flyer's furry friend for the last 2 years now, and they are a one-stop shop for everything your furry friend needs. In fact, let's find out what our friends at CCC Resorts offer. Nicole, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. What are some of the great boarding services that you guys offer, and what do we have to do in order to get our furry friends taken care of when we are unable to travel with them?
Well, we like to bring everybody in for a tour first. That way they can see the behind the scenes, they can see where they stay, they can see where they play, and then we explain all to their reservation, whether it be one of our packages, either a nature walk, a ball time, or even a cuddle time.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. Boy, it sure sounds like a resort to me. So how are you today, Tracy?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Tracy, tell me, is it true that you guys have both an indoor and an outdoor pool at the Windsor location?
It is true. We've got one of each, so we're able to offer year-round swimming. The indoor pool is a great option for dogs who are swimming for therapy or rehab. It's got that sloped entry so they can wade into the water. Our outdoor pool is a little bit larger, and it's 4 foot deep the whole way across. And both of them are saltwater pools, so it's really easy on the dog's skin and coat.
Wow, that's very awesome. So then during the summer months, you have a much deeper pool outside and then a sloped entry shallow pool indoors for the dogs. Tracy, tell the folks how we can get some pool time.
Well, the first thing everyone does is come for an intro swim. We use that time to make sure the dog is comfortable in the water. We make sure they know how to get out of the pool safely, and we go over all the pool rules and etiquette with the clients as well. After that, they're able to schedule private appointments where they have the pool to themselves, or they can invite friends and have a whole group swim going on.
So after a dip in the pool, then it would have to be off to the groomers, right? I mean, our furry friends cannot go out looking their best. Nicole, what are some of the great services your top-notch groomers provide?
Our groomers, they specialize in full service grooms. We can do the basics, whether it be just a bath and a brush out or a blowout. Or for the extra pampered pooches, we can do nail dremels, we can do deodorizing soaks, and also facials.
Wow, man, that sounds like a resort if you ask me. Tracy, I know one of the main programs here at CCC Resorts is the WAGS program. The Steel Flyers dog is enrolled in this program. So why don't you tell the folks what is involved in this and how they can get enrolled?
Yeah, the WAGS program is our primary daycare option at the Windsor. It's designed to be a structured program for people who are looking for a set routine for their dog. They all come on the same days each week, which allows them to have set friends, and we know exactly what's going on with each group. So we do a little bit more activities and we build more into their daily routine there. But we've got other daycare options as well for people looking for a little less commitment. We do an hourly care where you can drop them off and just pay by the hour. We also do a day stay option, which is great for the dogs that prefer human friends instead of making friends with other dogs. And then we have a traditional daycare option as well if you're looking for the occasional outing for your dog.
Wow, there you have it. A full service groomer, a daycare program, and an indoor and outdoor pool. What more could you ask for? Sure seems like CCC Resorts has everything covered. Remember, DOG, depend on God. Watching. Got us?
Now you're good to go.
Got us? All right. Thanks,
Yeah.
everybody, for watching. That's our great sponsor, the cccresorts.com. Go there to get your dog taken care of, all their daycare needs. They have an indoor and an outdoor pool. Lots of great stuff there. They'll be able to take care of your dog for everything that you need, especially if you can't travel with them. They offer boarding and grooming and all kinds of great stuff. So thank you very much for www.cccresorts.com for being the sponsor for the Steel Flyers All Sports Network.
Yeah. All righty. Okay, we're going to do the game that's going on right now.
Yeah, man.
And
All right,
I
so
didn't.
it's Nashville, Tampa Bay. Here we go.
Nashville, Tampa Bay. Rennie is in net. I didn't see. McElhaney is in net for Tampa.
McElhaney, yep.
And Nashville has come out strong.
Let's see here. We got, there's already 2 shots on goal for each team. And Nashville's been on a power play already.
Nashville's going on the power play right now.
Right now, okay.
Yeah. So, okay.
All right, so let's get this game quick. What do you think?
Well, I thought that Tampa was going to win uh, fairly handily. Probably, I would. I was going to say like 4-1 or something like that.
Okay.
But I'm. Or did I say that? Did I go over on this game? No, no. Sorry, I did go over on this game. So 5-2.
Okay. I'm going to go 4-1.
Lightning. And Steel has 4-2.
4-1.
4-1. Lightning. It's just that McElhaney's in
Nashville.
is the first
Yeah. Just don't feel it for Nashville.
Let me get over on our live stream so I can see what everybody's saying. Okay, what do you guys got? Pick. Oh yeah, you got. Oh yeah.
All right.
Hockey News Report says 4-3 Preds. Woo.
Hockey News Reports also predicts that I'm going to score a hat trick tonight with my predictions. Yeah. Thanks for that confidence.
CL has 3-2 Tampa.
And Ricket Picks has
Ricketts in the house.
Yeah.
How you
Has
doing?
Tampa Bay 4 and Preds 3.
Rickett has 4-3 Lightning.
Yep.
Sir Joey.
Yeah.
Serrano. That's a good Philly name, eh? Right there.
Hey.
3-2.
Joey is the man.
3-2
Look,
Preds.
every time I post something on Steel Flyer Sports Network, he has something great to say.
Yeah.
Man, we need to just give him pearls of necklace.
Oh, well,
Right?
he should already have one. He's subscribed to
All
the
right.
channel. So.
Okay.
But we can give him another
Thank you
one.
very much, man. Appreciate all your support. Really, really appreciate it.
We can give him another one. Why not?
Yeah, we can give him another one.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
I'll get that. I'll put it down on the to-do list for tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
They need it to be a
Uh,
goal fest. Yeah, well, yeah.
yes.
Nashville's out shooting them 3-0. Did you say two? I see nothing. Tampa has.
Yeah, I thought there was two shots on there. I when I looked at the stat sheet, it said each team had two shots. But now I'm watching the game now, and they have the stats up, and they're saying Nashville has three shots, and Tampa has nothing, and Tampa Bay or Nashville's on the power play or was on the power play.
Yeah, this
I thought
is.
Tampa was on the power play.
See, Tampa's on their first game home off a road trip, and that's what I was worried about this. And I, no matter, I don't know why I undervalue that too often. But I still think they got to beat this Predators team by a significant amount. They're so injured. Okay. We'll see what happens.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Okay,
I'm
what's
with
our
you.
next game?
All right. So the next game is Washington versus Buffalo.
Capitals versus the Sabres. Now, everything leans the Capitals here. There's only one thing I'm concerned about. Is the Capitals are on a
One.
back to
Only
back.
one.
Yeah, the Capitals are on a back to back, and they're playing the Islanders tomorrow. The Capitals have been known to lose focus and like and kind
Yeah,
of
but you know what? Yeah, but you know what? You said that
they
about them
could be
playing
looking
afternoon
ahead.
games.
That's true.
Yeah, but you said that about them playing afternoon games, and they haven't had that problem this year.
Yeah, and you know why? Because our buddy there, Lavi, right?
That's right. Hey,
Lavi,
we know him.
Lavi has identified this issue, it appears, and that's the reason why I'm still sticking with Washington on this one.
Oh yeah, I'm going Washington all the way. There
Okay.
isn't even a question or a doubt.
Because
Uh,
Laviolette is not going to let these guys not lose focus, I don't think. He's at least his first year with a club, he usually keeps his teams very focused. Do you find?
I'm with you. Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
maybe over the top. That's reason why the second and third year things start to fall down because they get tired of listening to him wow 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 all the
yeah.
time.
But yeah, I just don't. I just don't see it for. I just don't see it for Buffalo. They are one of the worst teams in the league, and it's really a shame too because it just seems like they're phoning it in. You know
Well,
what I
it's
mean?
just frustrating when you're out your best player, you're out your best goaltender, and they're both injured. So Eichel's injured and Allmark. So and then your backup goaltenders are Johansson, who may be okay later in life, but it's not later in life. and
Yeah.
and Hutton is not going to be okay ever again. It
Yeah.
doesn't appear. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
it's bad.
All
Best
right.
bet Ed put 5-2 Capitals. We need
I
more.
like that score. Can I use that same score?
You can if you want to split a Pearlo necklace, I suppose, if you
All
like.
right. Well, then I'll. All right. Then I won't steal the score. Then I'll say 5-0.
5-0. Wow. And Vanacek is going to be in for.
Oh, he
Vanacek
is.
is going to be in for Washington. Yeah.
5-0. I'm still going 5-0 because both Vanacek and Samsonov have played very well.
Yeah. 3-1 Capitals for
For
CL.
CL. Yep,
So
yep.
I'm going to put mine in now before
Best
somebody
bet Ed
takes.
said he has no problems with sharing. See, I knew it. Everybody here is so cool, right? You know?
Yeah, you say that until you get your half of a Pearlo Wisdom necklace, and you're like, I shouldn't have shared.
No, I don't see. I disagree, man. I have no problem sharing Pearlo necklaces at all.
Oh,
None.
okay. Well,
Okay,
okay.
so
So we got what's
CL, we got Best Bet Ed.
I
Uh,
got 3-2 Capitals. I think they're just going to edge this one out.
okay, okay.
You know why? Because I think they're going to overlook them for a bit. And then they're going to go in the second period, and Laviolette's going to paint them, whatever, paint the room, and they're going to wake up and then beat them. That's what I think.
Okay. So either way, you're still looking for Capitals to win, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I also
There you
thought it was going to be under 6 for that same reason because I
go.
think the
Okay.
Capitals might overlook the say thinking ahead to the Islanders. They have a tendency to do that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, but I still think it's going to be because Buffalo just can't do anything. They can't put anything in the net. They just so
Yeah,
okay.
that's the thing, right? It's they don't have the greatest. Vanacek's been a little shaky as of late, though. So
Okay, okay. But still, all in all, though, their goalie tandem has not been horrible.
it hasn't been horrible. It just hasn't been
Right.
great either at the same time. So it's been about
Okay.
average, maybe.
So Rick and Picks got Caps 4, Sabres 1.
Right? And Hockey News Reports has 6-4 Sabres.
Sabres.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got to write hot take beside it, or
That's right. There you go. All right.
he gets offended. Uh, I'm kidding. But he really likes me to put that there, so I did. There you go, hot take. We should
Okay.
have. We'll get we
See, that
when
makes sense.
when we get our swag steal. Can we have hot take pins? Can we do that?
Yeah, we should get. I mean, you know what else we should do? We should get little pins or little things that have Pearlo necklaces on them.
Oh yeah, oh
So we could
yeah,
just.
yeah. That's
Okay. All
there
right.
will be frolic shirts. Yeah,
Yes, we'll be Frolic. Yeah, we got to get that too. All right.
yeah.
I like what Best Bet Ed said that they'll probably beat Buffalo and then not win against the
And
Islanders.
get crushed against the Islanders. That's
Yeah.
going to be one heck of a game. Although it's back to
That
back.
game there, I'll be watching that game.
Yeah, except it's back to back, right? So yeah, it's. I think the Islanders have won what 11 straight now, 10 straight. What how many straight?
Yeah, they are at 9 straight, but they haven't lost in the last 12 games
Wow, in regulation.
in regulation,
Wow,
right?
so they got points in 12 games.
You know, here's the sick thing, and we talked about this in our trade deadline show for the East,
Okay,
right? And the Islanders have scored a potential 21 out of the last 24 points or something crazy like that in the last, you know, 10 or 11, 12 games, right? So they've gotten they haven't lost in 12 games. That's a possible 24 points, right? They've gotten 22 of a possible 24 points or 23 or something crazy like that,
yeah,
right?
insane.
That's a lot of
Yeah,
points.
and we were just talking about Jack Adams' award. We kind of forget about Barry Trotz. This is a team that lost Tays, Boychuk,
Yeah.
right? Two
And
of the
started slow this year. Started out
well,
slow.
working in new guys into the lineup. Their third line was had a rookie and oh, what's that? The friggin' Russian guy that came from Toronto who isn't very good. Um,
Uh,
somebody in the chat tell me. I don't feel like looking for it.
I can't think of his name. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
god.
totally left me. Anyways, he's not very good. Their third line was wonky. They were working in guys like Mayfield and
Yeah.
uh, um, why are names are just not coming to me today? Anyways, they're working in a whole lot of new people, and now they're just cruising along like Barry Trotz teams tend to do.
Yep.
So let's move to the next one before we,
Philly and New York Rangers.
Jason Robertson
Um.
in Dallas. Yeah, Philly and the Rangers. Oh yes, right.
uh,
Flyers and Rangers. Flyers versus Rangers. Who's at home? Rangers, right?
yeah, this is in MSG.
Goaltenders are going to be Carter Hart, and I don't know, has it been confirmed yet? I'll
Uh.
tell you in a
Um.
second.
No, I haven't seen anything.
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
I'm going to rehash this. Carter Hart and Keith Kincaid again.
Oh, Kincaid. Okay.
If there, if there's a game that Philly can get here to break this streak, this is it. Kincaid. I know he played well against Boston, okay, but he's a third string goaltender. But do we have any faith in this?
All right, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna call it. Okay, I'm gonna say that this could potentially be that one game where Philadelphia could win this,
Yeah.
but it ain't gonna be pretty, and it ain't gonna be nice, and it's gonna get ugly, and I think there's gonna be it if Philly doesn't stay out of the box, okay, and if they can put some points on the board and keep Panarin and Zibanejad and Kreider off the score sheet. Those are three big ifs, okay? Because they haven't done it all year. What makes you think tonight's going to be the night? I'm going to say 3-2 overtime shootout win for the Flyers.
CL is 6-2 Flyers. CL is one of the best at getting these scores, unless it's the Flyers. He's a diehard. His emotions completely take over when it's.
Yo,
uh,
thanks, Ed. A breakout game for Panarin. Yeah, probably. Because he hasn't scored
Serrano
against the Flyers for how long?
must win for the Flyers, but he didn't give us a score. What's the score, Joey Serrano? I got your name written down here. You got to do a score now. Best bet, Ed. By the way, if you haven't seen Best Bet Ed's video or channel, go check him out. He's fantastic.
Awesome, man.
He's really great. Uh,
Awesome.
what do you got? Did you put one in, Ed? 4-3 Rangers. 4-3 Rangers.
Okay. Did you get Ricketts picks? Philly 2, Rangers 1.
Rickett has Philly 2, Rangers 1, going low. Really? That's
Best bet Ed has
interesting.
4-3 Rangers. Yeah, he's on there. Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
got
that.
his.
Joey 4-3 Flyers.
3
You know
Flyers.
what? If JVR scores, then I think we win.
Yeah, it seems to work that way, right?
Because now even though he scored the last game, we didn't win. Okay, but I think if JVR scores and maybe if Giroux scores, I think you'll see the win there for the Flyers. But man, this is until some things get done in Philadelphia, you're just going to see the same players out there with the same results, losses.
Yeah. I got I got
Who
the
you picking?
Rangers
Come on,
5-4.
Rangers 5-4.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. This to me. Aside the next two games, I think are going to be games of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago, Florida is the
Yeah.
next game.
The next game? Okay. Yeah. I so hope I'm wrong about that. The main thing I want is over the total on that one. So that's okay.
But I
Let's
think this is going to be one of the games of the night. This is definitely going to be one of the ones to check out.
Blackhawks, and is Lankinen going to be in versus Panthers? And I know that Bobrovsky's going to be in for the Panthers. Um, I haven't even looked at how
Really,
much, how many. I think Chicago's been on the road a really long time here. That's one of the things that might be difficult. Florida's healthy again, completely. I think. Yeah, pretty much completely healthy. And so goaltenders, I think it's Lankinen versus Bobrovsky.
I'll tell you what. Oh, I really love how Florida's been playing. I really love what Quinville's been doing, and you got to put him in the name for the Jack Adams. You just have to, because at the beginning of the season, nobody was looking at Florida like, yeah, what's going to happen with Florida, right?
Ooh.
And look at where they're at. I think they have been the surprise team of the year, or one of. Nobody was really expecting Florida. I mean, and we even talked about it in our preview shows, where if we thought that if Bob even remotely played up to 80% of his Vesna Trophy self, right, that Florida could potentially have it. But his backup, Drager, has been playing better,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's been really propelling Florida, plus the fact that Quinville's been having them play really well. But I don't think it's going to happen tonight. I gotta give some love to Chi Town.
You're gonna give it to Chicago, are you?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say 3-2 Chicago.
3-2 Hawks. Okay. If we have
I'll
anybody.
be the only one.
No, we already have a Hawks. We already have a Hawks.
Oh yeah, Ed picked
That's
Hawks three to
that
one.
Ed took Hawks. Yeah.
Did you get Hockey News Report 6-5 Flyers?
Yeah, I did. And
Okay, okay, yeah, we got you.
I'm
Hockey News
going. I'm
Reports.
going 3-2 Panthers.
Okay, you got CL
Yeah. What is? Yeah. Seattle's
4-2
4-2 Panthers.
Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that everybody?
I think so. Yeah, see, that's why I really like Florida's game, but I think you guys, I really think this is going to be that upset game for Florida
I
tonight.
think I'm gonna check here, but I think the reason why I didn't go with the Chicago, there's first of all, yeah, I don't. I think they're gonna run out of steam. I love Lankinen, but these kids are young. They got a young team with Pius Suter, and they're not used to playing against men in the like big, like strong guys like this in the NHL. And I just think they're going to pooch out over time. And Chicago
Okay,
has been on the road for quite a while. Like this is like their fifth game on the road or something like that. So
okay.
against
Did you get everybody?
we'll see. I'll go back here. I just wanted to look. Yeah, I think it's their fourth game on the road now.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Hockey News Reports is 4-3-3.
hey,
I got it. Yeah. Okay. I got
did you get
everybody.
Joey? Did you get Joey?
Joey 3-2. Joe Serrano
Chicago,
has 3-2.
Chicago. Yeah.
3-2 Hawks. Wow, it's like 50-50 on that one.
It's one of those coin flip games. It really is because I mean, both teams have been playing well. Both teams are at the top of the division. You know what I mean? This could go either way.
Yeah, CL says got to admit, kind of miss having a guy like Gudis. Yeah, Gudis would be fine right now. I'd,
I'd take Gudas in a second.
yeah. Who would you give back?
um, let's see. I have a list. We'll start with Braun.
Yes, I knew you were going to say that. And of
Let's
course,
start with that one.
I'm pretty sure they would.
Okay?
I'm pretty sure the answer would be a big no.
Yes. Let's
By the
start with
way,
that one.
Nashville is out shooting Tampa Bay 10-5.
Right, and I do see that Tampa Bay is on a power play right
What is
now.
going on with this Tampa Bay team? My gosh. Tampa
Oh.
Bay's been outshot on the power play so far.
Okay. Here's the other next game that's going to be a coin flip for me for tonight.
Okay,
Is the Boston Bruins versus the Pittsburgh Penguins.
tough one.
Very tough.
You got to be thinking a bounce back game here, right?
You would think after getting embarrassed by the Rangers 4-0, you would think that Boston would be, but look, here's the thing. Pittsburgh's been playing much better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Their goaltending has been stopping the pucks. Their defense has been playing better, and Malkin is starting to get on the board. There, look, I said some good things about Pittsburgh.
Yeah, yeah. Their goaltending's been stopping enough, and for them, like it's just the way Pittsburgh's been. Like the last two or three, it's always enough. They just do enough to get whatever they got to do, and I think that's just simply, saying something good about Pittsburgh is Crosby is got one of the best leaders that ever played the game. Let's face it, plain and simple. There's something about Crosby that has you drawn to his work ethic and positivity and all of those things like that. I don't think there's a player out there that I look on the ice that has this aura of belief that this team is going to win, except for Marchand might be up there, which they're playing against each other. Marchand is like
You
that
know
too.
what? I would put some of the guys on Boston in that same kind of breath.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because Boston has been there, done that too. Okay.
yeah.
They've won President's trophies. They've won Stanley Cups
Hmm.
with the guys that are on the team right now. You understand what I'm saying? So, as much as I would love to see both of these teams lose, I can't. So I have to pick one.
Yeah.
I'm going Beantown.
You're going Beantown. Okay, let's see what else.
Going Beantown.
Okay,
Not by much though.
Ed
4-3. This is going to be an ugly game.
has 3-1 Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an ugly game because none of these teams like each other very much. And it's starting to get to that time of the year, you know what I mean, where things mean more. And now, especially with Boston and Pittsburgh fighting for position, more so Boston than Pittsburgh. You know, Boston's really trying to get into the position where Pittsburgh's already there, you know. So that's why I think this is going to be more of a Beantown game than it is for Pittsburgh. Got
CL
CL
is
5-1
scaring
Boston.
is scaring me here with the 5-1 Boston. Yeah, I'm so on the fence on this game because Boston's like we already talked about. They still don't have Lauzon and they still don't have Carlo.
And they still are missing some guys on defense due to injury. I get it.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then the Penguins on paper don't have the greatest defense, but they've been doing very well even though.
Exactly.
Um, Nobody is overlooking this game. I'd say Boston needs it more,
Yeah,
but
because they're they're trying to get into that spot where Pittsburgh is.
yeah, yeah, they are. Wow, it's really tough. Halak has been. I don't think Halak is anywhere near the issue here. I'm going to say 3-2 Penguins.
Okay.
So,
There you go.
but I'm really on the fence about it. I could see
It is
this
a
going.
coin flip game too. I mean, this game was like the Chicago Florida game where it's kind of a, if Sidney Crosby suddenly starts getting hot and lights it up, guess what? Pittsburgh's going to probably win. You know what I mean? If Pastrnak and Marchand or some of the guys on Boston start clicking and they start putting goals in, it's probably going to be a Boston game. You know what I mean? It's all going to depend, I think, in that first period or so to see who's going to be the one that wants it the most. And then once we get throughout the game, that's where I think we're going to. This is mark this down, Pearlo. I am going to be paying attention to this game. I may not be watching it, but I will be paying attention.
Yeah, um, I'll definitely be watching. I'm very interested to see how the Bruins bounce back here. And DeBrusque is going to be back in the lineup again.
Yeah,
There's a lot of stories going on in this game for sure. Um,
exactly.
so, what do we got next? Seems like
Okay, the next game is Vancouver versus Ottawa. Ooh.
I'm going to leave some space here because I have a feeling guys are going to come back here in a second. Canucks versus the Senators. Now, I'll do a little bit of commentary about this game because this is very interesting. The Canucks traveled 3 days ago, so they've been out east from Vancouver, so they went through three time zones, traveled out east, had 2 days off out east, and we had a time change here. So we had the spring ahead 1 hour, which I don't know. You guys don't have, right? Do you guys have that?
Yeah, unfortunately, in the East Coast and in the United States, we recognize the daylight savings time,
Yeah.
so
So anyways,
clocks are sprung ahead.
and the daylight savings time. Okay, you combine that with the fact that they went through three time zones, and then had daylight savings time on top of it. So their body clocks could be a little messed up, is what I'm trying to say.
Slightly.
Yeah, but that was 2 days ago though. So any kind of jet lag shouldn't be much of a problem for most players because they travel so often. But that time zone thing could be a problem. Now Ottawa, on the other hand, played last night and had a very emotional game, and we don't
And won.
know and won. Yeah, so they're playing on a back to back. Vancouver's a little maybe foggy, you know. And Decord played last night. We don't know. I haven't heard anything if Murray's going to be back tonight.
Yeah, I don't know
So
either.
is Decord going to play back to back? Vancouver will have Demko in, and Demko has been spectacular the last 4 or 5 games. So I just wanted to go over all that while you were making your decision as to who might, because these are just things that normally you're not putting happening too often in the regular season. Like a team flying from one end of the country to the other in Canada doesn't happen. They usually set it up so you go like close, not flying right across country like that.
I don't look. I think it was an over emotional win for Ottawa last night, but I
Yeah.
think Vancouver in the end is going to be the better team.
Hmm.
And the fact that what you said, the fact that Ottawa had that emotional game and played last night, even though hasn't played last night, and even though they might have flown a little bit, I still think that it's going to be more of a Vancouver game over Ottawa because I
Okay.
think Vancouver's a better team than Ottawa is, and I think you might see, in the first period, you might see Ottawa coming out with a jump, but then I think as the game progresses along, I think you're going to start to see where Vancouver's going to start taking over and things like that. So I do appreciate the information, but it just seems like Ottawa just can't. They win one game and then they lose five, six, 7 games, and they win one and then they lose five. You know what I mean? And it's like it's hard to try to pick it out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going with Vancouver on this one all way.
Canucks have that as well, no? A back to back? Well, I don't know what he means by that. Canucks have that as well.
They're playing tomorrow too, right?
Is yeah? Are they playing tomorrow?
No, they're,
Yeah,
they're it's a back-to-back game, but there's a day off in between. So
yeah. No,
Vancouver
so
and
that
Ottawa play tonight, and then they play on Wednesday night.
Canucks have that one. Yeah, loving the stream. CL, thank you very much, Joey. We love you too. 4-3 Canucks for CL. What does
I'll go. I'll go.
Rickett picks 4-2 Canucks over Ottawa?
Yeah, yeah. 4-2, 4-2 Canucks.
What do you got
Uh,
for Bruins and Penguins, Rickett? I don't have your name here.
Wait, hold on. He did put it in. He has Bruins 3, Penguins 3, Bruins 2 overtime.
Oh, okay. Here, okay, I got it.
Okay,
Did I put it? What did you do for that one, Steele?
for the Penguins, and
Yeah.
you don't have a score for me there.
No, for some reason I don't.
Okay, I think it's going to be. Gosh, I want to say like 3-4 Boston
4-3.
shootout overtime
Bruins.
shootout.
Wow. Yeah, it feels like an overtime
This
game,
is going
doesn't
to
it?
be an ugly game. I think you're going to see some gloves drop in this game.
Maybe. It does feel like a tie, though. It does feel like a tie.
Right?
So
Right?
Rickett has 4-2 Canucks. What did you have for this one now?
Okay, so for the Canucks versus Ottawa, I'm going to go I think this is going to be 3-1 Vancouver.
3-1 Canucks. Nice. Okay. Hockey News Report says 3-2 Canucks. And oh, the Tampa's came back to get so they have 10 shots apiece.
Yeah, I have the game on right now, and they're in the intermission right now.
Intermission, yeah.
Yeah, but it looks like the Preds kind of came out in that first 10 minutes You know, how teams kind of come out in that first 10 minutes, and it seemed like Tampa Bay kind of weathered the storm there a little bit and then kind of came back a little bit. So, but there were some good quality chances there from Nashville, though, that's for sure.
Yeah. Best bet has 3-1 Canucks. I'm gonna go 4-1 Canucks.
Okay. Boy, I'm noticing a theme here. Everybody's picking a Canuck. So, for
Yeah.
the record, right?
I
For
was
the
actually
record,
surprised. I thought somebody would throw an Ottawa in there on this one.
yeah. What's a Canuck?
It's like a native slang term for Canadian.
Oh, so that's like an indigenous person that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
born and raised in Canada.
the ones that were here before we came here.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know what you mean. I know what you mean.
yeah,
I got you. Okay.
yeah.
Cool. So
So
that's what a Canuck is. All right. I
yeah,
never knew what a Canuck was all this time.
yeah, it was a nice little homage to our original ancestors. So it's pretty
Okay,
cool.
cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, I
I
like that.
like
That is a good name.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What a heck of a name for a hockey team, though.
Yeah, exactly. I still say it's better than penguins or ducks. What
Okay, yeah, I'm with
stupid
you.
name is that? Why would you pick
Okay,
a
I'm with you.
bird that can't even stay up on its own 2 feet on ice? Like it's what it's known for is it can't walk on ice, although it lives there. Like what a terrible thing to call your team.
I'm
A
with you. I'm with
stupid
you.
name.
I'm
Ducks?
with
And then, okay, you were the Mighty Ducks. Okay, the Ducks are mighty. Hard to believe, but at least they're mighty. So how do they change their name? They take the mighty away. So now you're
you.
just freaking Ducks. What are you kidding me?
Do you know what was really messed up was when they brought out those superhero um the superhero mascots for the teams, right? And that's when they were the Mighty Ducks. So they had this big, giant, muscle-bound duck.
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
Yeah.
come on.
Kind of a
Yeah, I'm
cool
with.
idea. It was for the kids, right?
That's what I mean, right? Okay. So we're moving on to the Montreal Canadiens versus the Winnipeg Jets,
Canadians, this is an interesting game, isn't it?
and this is at Winnipeg.
Yes. Canadians versus Jets. I believe Hollebuck will be in for sure. And I think it's confirmed actually. Carey Price and Hollebuck is who are going to be in. Uh, Capitals have been
Hmm.
on the road for a while. I'm pretty sure they have been on the road. Or Montreal, I mean. Did I say Capitals? Canadians.
Yeah, you said Capitals.
Canadians, this is their fifth game in a row on the road. Playing pretty much every second day. And then Winnipeg this is one of those ones we talk about. I believe this is their first game back off a road trip. Yes, after playing three against Toronto, they're doing one of those first game backs on a road trip. So little wrinkles in there as you make your picks. What do you say,
Okay,
Steele?
I'll tell you what. I'm going to go with Winnipeg on this because I just don't think that Montreal's been able to put it together yet, and Winnipeg has been showing much more signs of life. They've been playing better, you know what I mean? And I just feel it for Winnipeg tonight. I'm just not. I just don't have that confidence in Montreal like I did at the beginning of the year. You know, I just don't have that confidence there. I mean, even though some of the players on Montreal have been playing better, as of late, and especially with the new coach and everything like that, but I haven't seen a lot of pushback from Montreal still, even with the new coach there. So whatever the message was going on in the room there, and whatever needs to be adjusted ain't adjusted yet.
Yeah.
And I just don't think it's going to be happening for Montreal tonight. So I'm going with Winnipeg on this one.
What do
Uh,
you got?
I'm
'Cause
gonna go. I'm gonna go 2-1.
wow, and under for the Jets. That'll be one of the first times they've had a low scoring game in quite some time. I could see it with Hollebuck the way he's playing.
Right.
CL is taking 3-0 Jets.
Best bet Ed is for two Jets.
I already got his.
Okay.
Kyle's new to the gang here. He came back. Kyle came
Oh, hey,
back to
welcome
throw
back,
some.
welcome back, welcome back.
I suppose I should have told it. I forgot to tell everybody that was new here what we were doing. Uh,
Ah.
3-2 halves. Ooh, he's going off the board.
In
Yeah,
case you're new here, we'll break it down for you.
yeah.
What Pearlo does is we go through all of the games that are going to be happening tonight, and then we talk about each game and give you our little takes on each team and who we think and what we think and where we think and why we think. And then after we give you all the who's, what's, where's, and whys, then we need a score. So that gives you, the faithful listener, a chance to give us your prediction on the scores for the games that we're talking about tonight.
Right.
Please feel free to enter them into the chat section.
Yes. Just like what he said. Yeah,
Yeah,
what he
go
said.
Joe. Go Joe. Go Joe. 3-2 Jets.
3-2 Jets. Okay. I am going to go because it's the first game back. I don't like the way Price is playing. I don't
I
like.
don't either.
I don't like,
I don't either.
uh,
Say it. Come on. You know you want to say it.
Jets. I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna spank Montreal here. I'm gonna take 5-2 Jets. I don't think this is
Okay.
gonna be close. The concern about coming from Toronto and then playing first game back off of a road trip. I just think Paul Maurice has his team dialed in.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just it just feels like there's nothing going to stop these guys.
Agreed. Agreed.
So I don't think the
Now,
first game back of a road trip is going to affect them all that much.
nope. I don't either. Now, our next game though. Ooh. We're talking about another battle of Alberta here, and I don't care what anybody
Yeah.
says. These games have all been must-watch hockey TV.
Oh yeah, always.
They have everything. They've got, none of these teams like each other, the whole 9 yards, and
Hmm.
I'm looking for Edmonton on this game.
Really,
I
eh?
Yeah, I like that Sutter has come in. I didn't think Jeff Ward was doing that bad in Calgary, to be honest with you. But obviously, you can't take away from the Stanley Cup winning Daryl Sutter to come in and be the coach of your team. I mean, that brings instant credibility, and he's done some good things already on the team, just with moving guys around and putting guys and doing whatever. But Edmonton has just got too much offense. There's just too much McDavid, too much Draisaitl. There's just too much.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to go Edmonton big time on this one, like 7-3.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Oilers 7-3. Why? Why did I have my score? There must have been a reason for that. Oilers are coming back off Vancouver on the road. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game because I'm sticking to the fact that Calgary's going to be playing so defensively. Smith
yeah.
and Markstrom will be in, both very good goaltenders. I just think the Oilers are going to have difficulty with the way Calgary is going to be playing this game. Um, and I am going to take. I hate doing this because I'm going to be taking the Flames
There's Perlo's hot take. Flames.
3-2.
Ooh, there you go.
3-2, and I'm an Oilers fan, so
Yep, there you go.
take that as a pick.
Did you get hockey news reports?
No, I haven't got anybody
Five
yet.
five four Oilers.
HNR is taking Oilers.
Kyle Mercer
Five
got
four.
Edmonton 4-2.
Mercer. Oilers 4-2.
We got CL Flames 3-2.
He's the same as me.
Joey, what's your score there, buddy?
Yeah,
Did you
what?
get best bet Ed? Did you get best bet Ed?
Serrano. No. What's Ed's? What's
Best
Ed's?
bet Ed is 4-1 Edmonton.
Flames 5-3. 4-1 Edmonton.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard his video today. Actually, he picked Edmonton.
Yep. And Joey did pick the Flames 5-3.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
My brain. 4-1 Edmonton. Okay. Oilers 4-1.
Yeah. See, that's exactly what I was talking about, best bet, Ed. I do agree with you on that 100%. I think the Oilers are just too much offense for the defense that Sutter's trying to do. He doesn't have the players yet to pull that off yet. So I'm with you on that.
You have more confidence in the Oilers, and they're my team. They've been so inconsistent. To
I
me, the
know.
Oilers are great as long as you don't push them. If you push them around, the Oilers don't know what to do. There's like
I'm with you.
and
But they've
Calgary's
got
going to be
so
pushing them
much
around.
offense. But they got so much offense. I just it's going to be tough to keep these guys off the score sheet, and it might be Calgary to be able to do it, but I just don't think they have the players on the team yet to play Daryl Sutter's system to shut down the Oilers for tonight.
We'll see. You could be right.
So we
I'm
got
not strong on this game at all on either. Like
yeah.
I think I have like yeah, I'm not strong on this game. I just think that Edmonton is also coming from Vancouver on they're on the road. Yeah,
I get you. I get
but
you. Now this is going to be our last game because the St. Louis LA Kings game was postponed.
right.
Right, because St. Louis or LA Kings were not able to leave Colorado due to the snow. They got 2 feet of snow up there in a day, so they're kind of sticking around for a little while. So the last game for the day is San Jose Sharks versus Vegas Golden Knights in Las Vegas.
Rickett says Flames 3-2. We're gonna have to. I think we gotta have to have a three-way split of the Pearlo Wisdom necklace. I don't know. It's gonna be difficult to do.
That's all right. I would gladly give up my Pearlo necklace.
Okay, Sharks. You have enough of them, do you? Sharks
Sure.
versus who?
I know the guy that makes them, so
Oh,
so
okay.
so
Yeah.
so I'm good.
Oh, Guido. Helen. It's a girl. She makes them. She
I know the
knits.
Helen that
She
makes them.
she knits them together.
Yeah, let's see.
Sharks
Me
versus
and
who?
Helen are tight, right? Okay. So we
Vegas.
got Sharks in Vegas,
Good nights.
right? And do we got Flurry in?
We do have Flurry in, and we have Dubnik in.
Dubnik in. Okay.
Oh, wait. I could be wrong about that. That's right. There was something. I just want to make sure here. Likely. Likely. Flurry is likely.
Okay.
Okay.
So not confirmed, but likely.
Yeah. Vegas is one of those first game from a long road trip again. First game back from a long road trip. San Jose Sharks went on the road for two. So they're playing their third game in 4 nights versus Vegas from after beating Anaheim, which is no real feat. Now they're going into Vegas with Vegas being on its first game at home after about 5 games on the road. And this will also be 3 games in 4 nights for them. So,
Still going Vegas with this.
okay.
Every time I pick against Vegas, they lose. Every time I pick San Jose, they lose. So I'm going with Vegas on this one. 4-1.
Okay. On that, I got you're okay. I'll start with you, and then
Okay. All
you
right.
can tell me all the rest of them.
Yeah, I got you. I got
Four
you. Okay.
one Vegas. Okay. What else do we
So
got?
Ricket Picks has Vegas 5-1.
5-1 Vegas.
Best Bet Ed has 4-2 Vegas.
Ed 4-2 Vegas. Okay.
CL has Vegas 4-1.
4-1 Vegas. Okay.
Kyle Kyle Mercer has Vegas 4-2.
4-2 Vegas.
Yeah, see, you go, Joey. Joey's picking the Sharks 3-2.
Serrano 3-2 Sharks. And Perlo.
The great Pearlo.
I'm taking Vegas 2-1.
Okay. There you go.
I think they're going to be a little tired. They're just going to. It's hard to go against Fleury the way he's playing right now, though. Jeez, he's
I agree.
insane. Vesna this year at 30, what's he, 36, 37 years old now. It looks like he's going to have a Vesna and he gets it because Lehner is injured almost all year.
Yeah, right. So there you go.
You gotta love Fleury, right? He never gives up, gives the best he's got, doesn't use to have any excuses or anything. He's my favorite player in the league. I love him.
Okay,
I
there
love
you
him.
go.
But the
That's cool.
Kachucks are coming close.
Okay,
Brady Kachuk, I
okay.
love Brady
I
Kachuk.
don't my I don't have a favorite player in the league right now. One of my favorite players in the league back in a little while ago was Johnny LeClaire.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, and I also like Lindros, but then I like Peter Forsberg,
Oh
and
yeah,
I really liked Peter Forsberg, and not just because he played for Philadelphia, but I really liked watching him in Colorado. I mean, that guy just had some sick skills. You know what I mean? Um, One of the guys that I kind of like now is I have to say, but I really like Austin Matthews.
oh yeah, yeah,
I mean, and I'm not just saying that because oh, he's got all these points and he's scored, but he just has that complete game.
yeah. Yeah, he
You know what I
does.
mean?
Underrated complete game. People don't talk
He
about him too
hits,
defensively.
he skates, he's responsible. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? And hit it, and the guy can score.
One of the best
Hey, there's
shots
a
of all
bonus.
time already. I mean, he could get 50 and 50. Shifley, best bet Ed says, yeah, I love Shifley too. Shifley's
Yeah,
a
that's
good
a
one.
good one too. Yeah, yeah,
Any
yeah.
any Felino, I love Felinos. Minnesota, St. Louis, I love the Felinos. They're
There you
fantastic.
go.
And going back a little further when you were talking like back in the era of Forsberg and all that. Uh, of course, I loved Rick Tocchet and Craig Berube, but
Oh yeah, Rod
Jerome
Brind'Amour.
McGinley and Rod Brindamore. Jerome McGinley.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Jerome McGinley.
and he's in
Man.
Calgary. He was in Calgary. And I was like, why do you got to be in Calgary? Ah,
You know
ah.
who else I really liked was Pat LaFontaine.
Yeah, oh yeah, Pat LaFontaine. He was a great guy. Had to get those concussions, eh?
I know.
And
That's the sad man.
it really affected him even after his career. He had the eyes
Exactly.
terrible.
Exactly. He could have been. I think he could have been right up there with all of them
Thanks,
if he
Ed,
could have
for
stayed.
saying liking the show and go get. You got to work. You got to do. Oh gosh, sorry about that. This
Yeah, right.
this this is what I call work right now. This is working.
Yeah.
So when
Well,
I'm
thank you
watching the
guys.
hockey
Hey.
game now, and the wife goes, "Oh, you're watching hockey again?" I said, "I'm working.
Yeah, right.
it's,
So see, that's a
it's my
perfect excuse
job."
now to. He watches a divorce
Divorce work.
amount of hockey.
Yeah, now I don't need to say that anymore. I just work a lot.
There. Yeah, well, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
Hey,
you can.
thank you everyone for being in the show. Thank you everyone for submitting your picks. Thank you to everybody that comes to this show on a daily basis. Now, this
Yeah,
is why we're doing this because you guys keep coming back here, and a lot of people watch this show because well, Pearlo's just the man. You know what I mean? So big props to Pearlo Wisdom. Thank you very much for doing this, Pearlo man. I love tuning into this show because you always just seem to have a good time with everybody. And this is why I like doing this. So thank you very much for having me on, man.
yeah. Tell all your friends, bring more. With more the
Bring it
merrier.
on! Come
Once we get
on!
100 people in here, I don't know how we're gonna do this picks thing, but we'll figure something
We
out.
might need to hire somebody. We might have to bring Helen in
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
or
Arthritis.
we might have to bring Hernandez in or something to
Something.
help us with the typing.
Might even have to hire somebody new. Okay, guys. That's my full 42, and that's Steele's full 42 as well. Have a great day. Lots of love to you. Okay. Bye.